if we lost Mark or not. I'm going to just check kind of quickly, and then we're going to progress on from here.
No, I'm still here if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now. So, Mark, why don't we talk about why the walk is so important? Because most people that contact us, whether it's for a private consultation or to become whisperers, everybody shares one thing. I am tired of having my dog drag me down the stairs or drag me into the house or drag me to another dog. And I feel like I have no control. I was just at a class, and the woman said, she said, I cannot control my dog. She's the greatest dog in the world. But when she sees a squirrel, a cat, a child, a bicycle, a truck, she attacks it. But otherwise, she's fine. Let's talk about that and why it's so important.
Well, again, that's the second and one of the most important of the 4 essentials. If somebody could only change one thing that they're doing right now in order to see a difference in your dog, I would have to say it's the walk. Now, most people think, oh, walking your dog means exercising your dog. I do not exercise my dogs. Some dogs might need exercise, but all dogs need to go for a walk. And here's the reason why. Hopefully this will make sense to the audience. If you think about dogs, you're thinking about a canine species. Don't think about a Chihuahua, a Pit Bull, a German Shepherd. Just think of a canine species. In the wild, that canine species has to walk to go look for food. They don't chase tennis balls, and they don't chase game until they find it so they can eat it. They don't run through the woods for days at a time. They walk. So therefore, if you walk your dog properly, not him walking you, but you walking him, and you do it for the right reason, you're going to have a different dog just by changing one thing. Now, walking your dog represents roaming to look for food. You don't have to go around the block 5 times. You don't have to spend 45 minutes on a skateboard or a rollerblade. You don't have the time. We are working people, and we don't have time to run our dogs down at the beach. So what I recommend and what we tell you in the book is walk your dog. Just walk him across the street and back. Walk him down to the stop sign and back. Just walk the dog. And then bring him home, let him rest for 15 or 20 minutes, and then feed him. So if you start walking your dog, letting him rest, and then feeding him, you're going to see a different dog. That's the importance of the walk to a canine species. None of us can out-exercise our dogs. If you can, great. The rest of us work for a living. So walk your dog. It's just 5 minutes, 2 minutes, an hour. It's up to you. This is about your life, not your dog's life. If we start living our lives, the dogs will fit into our lives. Dog whisperers get your lives back in order, that the way they were before the dogs came along and started kind of messing things up for us. I think we might have a question online.
Yeah, we have a caller. Go ahead. I'm not sure who it was. There's an email address, but I just lost it. Whoever's next in queue, Boaz?
The next one in queue is Aman from Canada.
Hi, Aman. Welcome to the show.
How can we help you, eh?
Okay, let's move on and go to Anna from the United Kingdom.
Hi, Anna. How can we help you?
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Sorry.
can.
Okay. Well, I've listened to your show for the last 3 weeks, and I have to say that I've found what you've said very useful. I've taken your advice. We've bought gentle leaders for both the dogs, for both of my Jack Russells, and they are walking much better. We're taking them for a walk, not them taking us for a walk. So that's changed. It's also we've also stopped the accidents in the house. You know, the peeing in the house. What I wanted your advice over was the older dog, the 3-year-old dog, has become more aggressive to when she sees other people and other people come near, she still is this demonstrating sort of dominance? Is this the alpha thing coming out? And how do we stop an aggression? Because we're afraid that this aggression could turn to something that if she got off or if she bit somebody, that would be terrible. How do we deal with that?
Janice, do you want to take that? Would you
Sure.
want me to handle?
Oh, that's fine. I can take care of it.
Okay.
What's going on now, he's challenging you with that dog, and that we expect that. It's like having a teenager. You give them a curfew and they're going to try to break it. But because you are taking over the leadership role from your dogs, and that's why they're not peeing in the house now, because they understand that, hey, this isn't my house to pee in. They're challenging, or the one is challenging, and we expect that. That's okay. But the way you're going to do that is, I don't know if you ordered the book yet, but you need to get a copy of the book. I'll put that in on here after I'm done, or if Mark can put that in, the link to get the book. Basically, what you need to do is continue on, and you need to set rules. It's just the fact that you hadn't set rules for a while, so they were setting rules. Now, once you start setting the rules, the dog is going to go, well, heck, I want to go pee in the house, or I want to do that. If you just keep it up and you read the book and kind of correct those behaviors as they happen, he's going to just kind of quit it. If it gets very severe, because Jack Russells Mark lost his nose to a Jack Russell a few years ago. They're tough little dogs. They're cute as heck, but they're tough little dogs. They're like 160-pound Rottweilers in this little 12-pound body. My vet always says, and he breeds them, he always says they're shaped like a football for a reason. And I laugh because he breeds them, so he knows their temperament. But they can be great dogs, like any dog can be a great dog. But they do tend to challenge. And when he challenges, you need to win each challenge. We're getting involved in other things in the text here. But I'd like for people who are listening to understand, if you have a good dog, if you have like a 10-year-old golden and he does nothing wrong, go for it. You can go to dog parks, you can do all that. But when you're walking and you're walking your Jack Russells, what you need to wind up doing is you are going out there, remember the purpose. You're hunting for food, you're protecting your pack. The job of a pack leader is to provide and protect. That's it. So if you are providing and protecting for your pack, and he's going towards another dog, you can do one of four things. You can fight, which I wouldn't suggest it. You can flight, which is run, which I wouldn't do. You can avoid, which you can certainly do, or you can submit, which I also would not do. So the best thing to do is avoid. If you see the dog and he's lunging towards something, I would look the other way and go that way, because guess what? You saw a rabbit the other direction. All right? Don't get so focused on your dog, and everyone, stop looking at your dog when you're correcting him. If you make a correction, don't sit there and stare at him. I know that when